Hi, Aquarius. This is your reading for the time period of February 1st to February 29, 2020. For those of you who are new to my channel or just visiting, welcome to Amani's Lightwork. Before I begin with the reading as well, I want to say that I have two new recent updates in the Keys to Akasha section of my channel. I have Kobe Bryant's cases covered, and I also have the Sarah Guiar Guiu. She was a Cirque du Soleil aerialist for the Las Vegas performance, so please feel free to check out those cases for information that has not been given in the news. Okay. Also, if you have a private inquiry or inquiries, just regular inquiries into that section of my channel, please feel free to email me at hassaniife777 at gmail.com, ifadivination777 at gmail.com, or send me direct messages to my Facebook or my IG at amaniife777. Okay, so let's see. I hope that this year has been treating you okay. Let's see what energies are coming through for you for February. All right, Aquarius. So the Seven of Swords energy is underneath, but I get business deals. So the Seven of Swords pretty much resides with the energy of making plans to formulate a business deal and contracts and things of that nature. But I also get this feeling this could be if you have one business, for example, if you live in one state in the U.S., it feels like you're trying to create a business tie between an organization that you work for in one state and trying to connect it to one that's in trying to connect your organization to one that's in another state, but they want to hire. So when I said that, somebody in another state or a business partner that you have in your hometown or where you live, a business partner that you have particularly where you are in your home state. Sometimes people say home state. They have a cool idea. The spirit said they have a cool idea, and they also are connected to an external business or another organization, but the between in another state, yes, or another country, but between the two, between the one that you work at in your home state, those two places or those two organizations, corporations, they are interconnected by way of a friend. They're interconnected by a friend, and they're interconnected by a business partner that you have where you reside, and that of someone in another country or another state. So there's a contemplating moving to when I said that as well. So that could be where the Seven of Swords energy is coming through, where you may end up contemplating moving. I'll give you a perfect example. You've got a business partner, you work for one corporation or organization, and someone in that corporation or that organization, that business partner, they may have went ahead and put in a recommendation for you to work in another state and work in another country, but that's why I'm not somewhere. So when I say that, that could be why you're not somewhere. So you could have temporarily, I'll give you an example. You could have temporarily left Tennessee to go to California. You could have temporarily left some state in the U.S. or a country to go far out to handle business. You could have done that. You could have went far out to handle business. You could have went far out to do some type of business tie, to take up someone on somebody put in a recommendation for you. So to take up someone on the recommendation that they put in, meet with them, have interviews with them. But it's giving me this feeling of outer. So it's really someplace. It's happening in environments where it's happening between interconnection between environments that you're in and environments that you're trying to introduce yourself to in terms of business deals and business ties and contracts, interviews, recommendations, business ties. That's where that interconnection is coming through as. So the feeling that I'm getting with this is really deciding whether you want to move out of state. There's that, but it's because of a business partner or a good friend that you're going to even be able to do so. But it's their business, it's their own business partner or their own friend that put in the recommendation for you, but didn't ask someone to do something also. So when I say that, you may not have asked someone to do that, but somebody went ahead, somebody like a friend of yours, business partner of yours, they went ahead and asked their own business partner, their own colleague, their own coworker to put in a recommendation for you that is in a different country, that is in a different state. And I get shocked also. You could be shocked by that. It just depends on what's going on. And it may not even be that heavy. It could be an element of surprise. It's Aquarian season. So somebody could be trying to do something interesting like that for you for your birthday. Somebody could have tried to do. I'll give you a perfect example. If this is like a birthday thing, or somebody wants to surprise you, somebody wanted to shock you. They wanted to give you. This is kind of like this is like, signing a contract with a celebrity that is in a different country. They're in a different state, meeting a celebrity in different states, going to meet, but it's business. So somebody could be surprising you with some type of contract like that, just an example. I mean, that could be happening to you, or it's just something that somebody has been keeping a close eye on what you've been wanting in business, and they took it upon themselves to make some type of major move for you, but they're doing it in a way is surprising, or it's going to shock you if it hasn't happened yet. Okay, that's good. Your starting point has the Ace of Swords energy, okay? But do I have to move? Do I have to leave? Do I have to pack? It's your energy. Somebody could be coming in to help you to do exactly that. But I also get an office. So the moving and the packing and the, putting things aside is also an office. But that's the surprise. So the Ace of Swords energy, somebody may have gotten you your own office. Like that sounds pretty cool. I don't know, somebody gave that to somebody's rolling in the dough that you're tied to, and they could have rented out an office space for you. The Seven of Swords with the Ace of Swords, that could just be something that you're doing yourself, but the energy of the recommendations and the interviews and things of that nature, that could be the energy of you just getting your own office so you can concentrate. You getting your own office, or like your own office space, or somebody that you're tied to, like a business partner. I open up a firm also. So you could be tied to someone like a business partner, somebody that works like a colleague of some kind. You could be finding out that they opened up a firm. Are you opening up a firm? Or your friend or a business partner that you have, that could be something that they did. And the Ace of Swords with the Seven of Swords is that you could be making plans. You could be making plans to go move and work in your friend's firm, or work in work in your friend's firm. Work in your friend's firm. It could even be temp work, like an internship of some kind. But it feels like, I also get banking. Feels like it could be banking. It could be banking. It could be law firm energy that you're getting. You're going to get the opportunity to do an internship at. You could also be offering, the Seven of Swords also is that you could be offering that to someone else. You may already work in these environments, but business deal. You already work in these environments, but it's also somebody's trying to do an add-on in this business deal, or they're trying to add on a business deal to where you already work. But I'm scared. So the Ace of Swords energy, you may be scared of that. It just depends on what's going on. You could be scared. Something there could be making you nervous. It depends on the energy that's coming through. But the scared or the nervous feeling is coming from the fact that whatever it is that's happening here with a new office, your own, potentially your own office space, or potentially your own office space, or a friend or a colleague or a business partner coming in and saying, I just opened up a firm, I just opened up a real estate company, I just opened up this, that, and the third. Someone could be grabbing you, someone could be coming up, okay, someone could be grabbing you to come up to you and say, I want you to start this business with me. I want you to start this business with me, but you're going to have to move down south. You're going to have to move down south. You're going to have to move out the country. You're going to have to move west. You're going to have to, whatever. You're going to have to move northeast if you're, if you're not already in the northeastern side. Excuse me. If you're not already in the northeastern side of the United States, somebody's trying to, wherever you are, somebody's just trying to tell you you're going to have to make a drastic move. So that's just a decision that you're going to have to make. It's an office, it's your own, potentially it's your own office, or you could be opening up your own real estate company, your own law firm with the help of a friend or a business partner, or they just have that set up and they want you to be a worker. They want you to be a worker there. But you're gonna have to move. You're gonna have to move or make a major move, either like town move, state move, country move. So that's why the Seven of Swords energy is underneath there. Okay. What you're waiting on is the Two of Cups, all right? So the Two of Cups energy resides with water signs. So you could be dealing with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but they're giving the offer. So water sign energies are trying to give you the offer. They're the ones that are coming in with an office idea. They're the ones that are coming in. You know what this feels like? This is kind of giving me an energy of like freelance, or is giving me it could be freelancing. That could be the reason why you're open up you could be trying to open up your own office, rent your own office, or someone that you have tied to you could be helping you with that. But it's giving me like an independent contractor. An independent contractor, that could be something that you do, or that could be something that the water sign energies do, but opened up a space. So when I say that the water sign energies, they could be one of the water sign energies, one of them could be an independent contractor. It could be an independent contractor, and they want you to help them open up a business, but I also get taxes as well. So the Two of Cups energy is that if the water sign energies are like they do like independent contracting, they want combined taxes. They want to combine their taxes with yours. That could be why they want you to side with them. That could also be why they want you to side with them. That's why they want to take you. That's why they want you to take them up on some type of offer to move out of state or move into a different country. Kind of get your own office, but they already have their own. So the Two of Cups energy, one of the water sign energies, they already have their own office. They already have, they already rent out a place that they run on their own with the Two of Cups. But they want to combine businesses. They want to combine businesses, and the combining businesses also implies combining taxes, but not sure if I want to do. So the Ace of Swords with the Seven of Swords and Two of Cups, you're not sure if the water sign energies that are coming in with that business objective for you, and the combining the taxes, the combining businesses, but you're not sure if you want to do that, but they do that all the time. So the Two of Cups energy, the water sign energies, they do that all the time with your taxes, but I'm unaware. So when I say that, I'm unaware. So something you may already be, if they're not really separate from you, you may already be in a business deal of some kind with the water sign energies, weaning off of taxes. You're already in a business deal with them, but you live with them, you house with them, you work with them, they're colleagues, they're business partners, but something about them weaning off of your taxes it doesn't have to be a heavy business tie. It's just some type of financial tie that you have to water sign energies. You're going to find out, or one situation is that you don't know, or you're going to start finding out that they do wean off of your tax for years. They have been weaning off of your taxes for years. Are you weaning off of their taxes for years? But that could be why they're doing something. So the Two of Cups with the Ace of Swords, that could also be why the water sign energies are doing something. I see what's going on here. this is a situation here where if the one of the water Pisces coming through heavily right now, if one of the water sign energies, if they are responsible for giving you this offer, they're coming in and they're saying, you should open up your own, you should freelance, you should also be an independent contractor, file taxes to be an independent contractor. You should what's another situation, you should work at my company, we should do like a business tie, but not using intuition. So if that's the water sign energy's voice, you may not be using your intuition into why they're coming in. You may not be using your intuition into why they're coming in and to have this kind of discussion with you with business ties and contracts and tax ties, but already been doing it for years. So when I said they've already been, I understand what's happening here. They've already been doing it for years, but the Ace of Swords is that you could be starting up your own thing. Seven of Swords, Ace of Swords. You could be starting up your own thing, but somebody that has what do you call it, like a business partner or a friend, they have their taxes tied to yours. They already did something where they have their taxes tied to yours. So whether you work on your own or not, whether you work on your own or whether you work on your own or not, they still wean. The spirits keep saying wean every time I touch this card. They whether you work on your own or not, whether you move to another state and work and open up your own thing or not, whatever, you starting life somewhere fresh. You're starting your life over somewhere fresh, somewhere else. But the Two of Cups energy, I keep getting Pisces. The Two of Cups energy is that a Pisces is still weaning. One of the water signs, a Pisces is still trying to wean, or they I keep getting recommendation with them also. They're giving you recommendations, but you're not using your intuition in where they got a recommendation from. You're not using your intuition into where one of the water signs, particularly if it's a Pisces that's coming through a lot really strongly, you may not be using your intuition into where a Pisces is getting it, why a Pisces is coming through with a recommendation, but it's their personal recommendation. It's a Pisces personal recommendation, whatever water sign, but you're not using your intuition into why. But the reason into why is that they if this is a job to job situation, they already have the recommendation that they're giving. They already use your information. The recommendation that the water sign energy is trying to give you, they already have. So they may have copies of your information. That could be a situation. They already have your information. They already process so they can wean. They already process your information in some type of interconnection between jobs and business deals and organizations. They already have your information on file, if it's the water sign energy. So use your intuition. Use your intuition about a random recommendation. I keep in Pisces. Use your intuition about a random recommendation that a Pisces is coming in to give you, because their recommendation is implying that the dependent. Their recommendation is implying that they already have you filed as a dependent. Their recommendation is implying that they already have your information filed in this new position that they're trying to offer you, but has a secretive hookup. So when I said that particularly, they have a secretive hookup. The recommendation that they're giving you, like if it's an organization or some type of job or contract, somebody that runs that separately from you, that they know, they already handed over information. They already handed over your information to that person, and that's where the secretive hookup is coming from. But not every time I say this, you may not be using your intuition. You may not be using your intuition about some type of interaction like that you're having with the water sign. I don't know. I feel like this is something that they could be doing to you. I don't know if this but once did that to them. You may have once did something like that with their information, or you once did something like that with them before, and that could return favor. That could be where they're return. It could be a good thing. That could be where they're returning the favor. It's good or bad. I don't really see it I don't really deem it to be bad or negative in any way. I just think that somebody's not asking permission to. I just feel like somebody that's coming through, that's giving you a recommendation, isn't asking permission to share. They're not asking permission to share your file, to share your information or your file to the person or the organization that they want to set you up with. I mean, I can understand if somebody wants to do that. I can understand if but they just want to wean. So the spirit agrees with the example. Somebody just doing that because they want to wean. They somebody's doing that because they want to wean. Like they may want to see you. They may want to see you doing something that you want to do, or they may want to see you make more. But their idea of it or their plan is to wean. Their idea of it or their idea of it or their plan is to wean, or the plan that they have with someone. Like somebody's coming to you and say, "Do you want to work with us? Like, do you want to work with our firm, our agency, our organization, our business? Do you want to work with them?" But somebody in that organization, family member, somebody in that organization or that business deal is interconnected to a family member or a friend that put in the recommendation for that person to contact you and say, "Can you work with us?" But you're not using your intuition that your family member or a friend or another colleague or a business partner they have a secretive tax tie with your information. They already disperse your information to that organization that they're saying, you should work for Chase. You should work for Wells Fargo. You should do whatever it is. You should work for Comcast, whatever it Comcast, BT. You should work there. But somebody already sent your information out. But I'm thankful. So some element about this also is that you may be thankful, but you at the same time you may have also appreciated that the idea of somebody coming to you first and letting you know, "Hey, I sent your information off." You know what I mean? But paid someone to do that. So when I said you could have paid someone to do that, did somebody pay you to do something like that? That could be something that the water sign energies do with you all the time. And I keep getting returning favor. That's something that they do, vice versa. But either you or them, they're trying to return the favor. Okay, it's interesting. The present has a sign of Taurus. All right, you have a Taurus here. First Earth sign energy. I always get Capricorn with this. Taurus and Capricorn energies are coming off of the Hierophant card because they voices of reason. They could also be voices of reason. That's why they're here in the present like this. But what's happening with them, it also happens to them. So the Hierophant energy in the present, something that's going on with the Capricorn and or the Taurus, something that's going on with them, but want to work with them. So they're in the present because you also want to work with them. But I was also getting the Two of Cups energy may reside with them as well. But something that's going on with them, something that's going on with you also happens to them, vice versa. But I see. So when I said that I see, something that's going on with you also happens to them, vice versa. But you've been observing the same kind of situation with the passing along information and the files and things of that nature between workplaces and organizations and corporations. The same thing that happens with yours, also the same thing that happens with yours like that. But thinks that they did that. So when I said that you think that they did that, So I'll give it. Okay, before I go any further, this energy here. All right, so earlier, before I go any further, I'm just going to rewind. I always have to constantly do this. Before I go any further, the Two of Cups energy really put in the recommendation. The Two of Cups energy is that a water sign energy that you're tied to, they're the ones that really put in some type of recommendation for you. Like they're the ones that have a secretive tie. They're the ones that have a secretive business tie and tax tie to some type of recommendation that they're trying to give you. But I keep getting thinks Taurus did it. So either the water sign energies think a Taurus or a Capricorn energy did something like that, or something that I was touching this card. I was touching the Taurus and or the Capricorn. I was touching the Hierophant. Thinks that they did it. You think that a Taurus / Capricorn energy. You think that they did it. You think that they're the ones that put in a recommendation for you. You think that they're the ones made a call. You also think that they're the ones that made some type of call. You think that they made some type of call, but the call set up an interview. The call has to do with some type of interview process or meeting that you're potentially going on. I keep getting the water sign energy set that up, but the water sign energy set that up for you to have to set that up for. Okay, the water sign energy set up that to happen to you, but for some reason you think that it's the Taurus and or the Capricorn energy that did that. But that's what the water sign said. So the Two of Cups energy in the waiting position. That's what the Pisces said. That's what the whatever Cancer, whatever water sign that you get, Scorpio, the water sign energy is trying to tell you that the Capricorn / made the recommendation. They're trying to tell you that the Taurus / Capricorn energy, the Hierophant energy here in the present, they're trying to tell you that they're the ones that put in the but I keep getting they didn't. But that's not their responsibility. So you think that the Hierophant energy in the present, you think that they put in some type of recommendation for you, but the spirit is also saying that that's not whatever it is happening with you with taxes and contracts and interconnections with business deals and recommendations interviews. You think that they are the ones that I keep making a secretive phone call. You think that they're the ones that made a secretive phone call, but I also get to get you out of a situation. Also, it has something to do with getting you out of somewhere temporarily, getting you to go and meet with boss, getting you to go meet with a boss also. But water sign did. So every time I say this, it's really, for some reason, I don't know. It's this interesting energy. I don't know if this. It feels like the water sign energy. It feels like the water sign energy is like they could be undercover. I don't know if they're undercover trying to. I don't know if they're undercover trying to. I have diversion as well. They could be undercover trying to diverge you for some reason, but they something about their action, something about their action is it implies that they could also be trying to throw the Taurus, whatever energy is coming through here. They're trying to throw. They are not. They're trying to throw. But just I get spotlight with them also. They could be trying to throw the Taurus energy under the bus for something that they didn't do. So they could be trying to throw them under the bus for something that they didn't do also. But you think, I give you a recommendation. You think that they could be putting in a recommendation for you, but I see what's happening here. This is really interesting. This is a situation here where. Whew. All right, I'll take my time with this. This is a situation here where you've got taxes. I'm touching the Two of Cups energy. Something's going on with your taxes, yes, and filing and your files and information being dispersed between jobs and organizations and corporations and whatever it is. Something's going on there with your information with that. But it's either the water sign energies they want to wean. The water sign energies, they want to wean off of something that you have going on, but don't want to make it obvious. That's what I'm trying to get to. They don't want to make it obvious. So throwing Taurus under the bus. They don't want to make it obvious. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to throw the Taurus, but gives recommendations. The Taurus does give recommendations, but at the same time, the Taurus gives recommendations, but at the same time, but not theirs. what the water sign energy someone's cryptic with them also. What the water sign energy is trying to give you, you're not using your intuition that they're weaning. That's one situation, but they're putting in so that they can still benefit. They're putting in a recommendation for you that's specific so that they can still benefit. But in order to diverge you from, that's what I'm trying to get to. In order to diverge you or distract you from realizing that it's them that really did that, they're hooking up the Taurus, give you a recommendation. They're also hooking up the Taurus to give you or the Capricorn, whatever. They're also hooking up one of those elements, or it's just Taurus. They're hooking up those elements to give you a recommendation, but it's a distraction. So when I said it's supposed to distract you, so this could be the spirit emphasizing is supposed to distract you. It's supposed to distract you because what's happening with it is that either these both benefit. These two elements here, Pisces and Capricorn, or it's Pisces and whatever water sign, or Scorpio, Cancer, the water sign energies and the Taurus, they all benefit. All those I almost said enemies. I almost slipped and said enemies. Somebody could be an undercover enemy here, but one of these elements they all benefit from a file. They all benefit from your file or something going on with your information. But the only reason why they do is because of interconnections between jobs in other countries and other states. Like that's the only reason. But one situation is that you don't know that they've been sending your information off to those other organizations. But I'm suing also. Should I sue? You may want you're thinking that you want to sue somebody. I don't know if you feel like you want to sue. It could be a company or a corporation. That's why I said there could be. That's why I said earlier on the reading there could be an element of good here, but there's also an element of shock that either could be good or bad. It just depends. But why are they doing something? So the element of good or bad and the suing and the potential suing possibly as well. I mean, you do or you did not. However extreme the situation may resonate with you, but this is like somebody's going about their way somebody is benefiting off of your taxes. And they're sending your information off. They're putting in the idea of the recommendation is okay, but it's just, it may just be the taxes part of it that's unscrupulous. It's just the taxes part of it that may be unscrupulous between the water sign energy and the Taurus. So it's either the water sign, it's either one of the, or all of them, it's either one of the water sign energies that are, whichever water sign, it's either them that's responsible, it's either them that's just responsible for some type of fault, or they're just responsible for some type of secretive business deal that is running with your information on file already, in the weaning and the taxes and whatever it is. That's why that energy is here. Like, it could only be them, but they want to distract you. They want to create some type of distraction so that you don't realize that, it's them that's doing that. And that could be where the Hierophant energy, that could be where the Taurus element is coming through as. Because they want you distracted to the point where you think a Taurus is responsible for putting in something. I mean, they could be, but they want you distracted to the point where you don't realize that the Taurus, they want you distracted so that you don't realize that once you divert, so that you don't realize also that it's the Taurus that wants you to be diverged, whatever. So that the water sign energies could be hooking you up to do that. So the reason, before I go any further, the reason why something is happening here, distractions. One reason why something is happening here also is because some elements here, they want you distracted from some reason. They want you distracted. They want you set up in another office, or they want you set up in a different business in a different state or country or province or town. They want you set up with that so that they want you set up somewhere separate from where they are so that they can continue to wean off of something that you have going on. Are you doing that to somebody? You could be doing that to somebody. I feel like you could have done, I feel like one element that's happening here, I feel like you could have done something interesting, water sign. You could have done something interesting or had an interesting interaction with one of the water sign energies in the past before. And that could be hooked up Taurus. That could also be why they hooked up a Taurus. Or they themselves did something on their own. I keep getting don't want to see. Like, do they not want to see you somewhere anymore? I don't know. Do they not want to see you somewhere anymore? Do they not want you to whatever it is? So they're coming to you and saying, I have a good idea for you. You could work at my business. If they're really separate for some reason, you could work at my friend's firm. You could go live there. You could go whatever it is. But they want you far off. Like, they want you separate, or they want you far off from them so they can wean. Whatever the situation, and they're either doing that together with the Taurus. They could be doing that together with the Taurus element, or what they're doing is they're setting up something. They're trying to safeguard something that they have going on with your stuff, or they're trying to safeguard something that they have going on with your files and information. So that could be why they hooked up a Taurus. Give another recommendation. They're trying to safeguard that. So they're trying to hook up the Taurus to give you, or Capricorn, hook up the Hierophant energy to give you another recommendation, so you don't realize something. They're trying to give you. They're trying to hook up the Taurus element to give you another recommendation, so you won't realize something, so you won't realize what's happening with files and informations, and so that something would potentially be okay for you to send off to different locations here, but so they can wean. They want to wean. They want to wean. That's the key word, is wean. That's their tactic to do there. Whatever it is, it could just be something that they want to use, something that belongs to you that they just want to use, but they need you to be not in the environment for some reason. The Magician card is in the future, okay? And your instincts has the Two of Pentacles energy. So the Two of Pentacles pretty much resides with Earth sign energy and balancing your money and things of that nature. But where are my taxes? So the Two of Pentacles energy, where are my taxes? That could be a voice. That could be a question. That could be a question that a Taurus had. That could be a question that one of the Earth sign energies have, or that could just be your own question that you're asking. You're talking to the where are my taxes, where are my files, where are my papers, but question for Taurus also. So that's why I said they don't want to make something obvious that they have going on with your things. So what's happening? The Two of Pentacles with the Hierophant is that's a question. The Spirit said that's a question for the Taurus or the Capricorn, whatever, or that could be them asking you that, whatever it is. But the Two of Pentacles, where's my taxes? Where's my W-2? Where's my W-2? You want to know, you're asking somebody, you're asking a water sign, you're asking a Taurus, but the Spirit said Taurus. So you could be asking a Taurus, where's my W-2? Or they're asking you, where's my W-2? whatever it is. That's why the Two of Pentacles, but has it. So the Two of Pentacles and the instincts, the Taurus has it. The Taurus has it. The Taurus has it, but water sign saw that interaction happening. The water sign energy, they may end up observing that interaction happening between you and the Taurus. But oh, I see what's going on here. The water sign energy, the water on sideline, the water sign energy on the sideline, however you want to look at sideline. The water sign energy, they disguise themselves well, or that could be why they're on the sideline, because they're watching conversation. They're on the sideline watching a conversation happen. So the conversation has to do with your tax paper. The conversation has to do with your tax paper, and I'll give you a perfect vision here. They're in the back room. The Taurus, I mean, whatever water sign, Pisces, whatever. They're like in the back room of some type of business, like they in a closet, wherever it is that they are. They're in the back room, but I get watching something. They could be watching. They could literally be visible. They could be visible, or they could be somewhere. They could just be somewhere standing where there's a surveillance. The feeling of standing somewhere where there could be a surveillance camera in this environment, whatever this environment is, a workplace, whatever house, whatever situation. They could be standing somewhere where they could watch a surveillance video conversation. They're standing somewhere where they could watch a surveillance video happening between you and between you and a Taurus, or vice versa. They could be behind the scenes gathering information. Don't want to be caught. They're behind the scenes gathering information. They're gathering information behind the scenes, watching a surveillance video between a conversation. They're watching a surveillance video of you talking to the Taurus and all the Capricorn energy, vice versa, about where's my W-2, where's my paper, where's my information, where's my file, this, that, and the third. But why are they doing that? So when I said that, why are they doing that? That's a question for the water sign. Why is the water sign energy doing that? That could be a question. I just feel like the question that you have for the Taurus and or Capricorn, Spirit said Capricorn also, but I feel heavily is Taurus, but they're asking questions also. They are also asking questions. They're asking you questions. Where's my paper? Where's my W-2? Where's my file? Where's my paperwork? Whatever it is, they're asking you for these things in this business deal, in this workplace, and don't want you to see. They're watching you ask these questions, but they don't want you to see something. Like I get a copy, like they don't want you to see. Do you not want them to see a copy, or do you? Okay, this is a lot of information. They don't want you to see made a copy. They don't want you, the Taurus or water sign, whatever. The Taurus or Pisces, whatever. They don't want you, whatever water sign, Cancer, Scorpio. They don't want you to see that they made a copy of your W-2 or your tax paper. They made a copy of it. So it could be something is also electronic. Something is made a copy also. Something is electronic, but someone also made a copy. The Taurus responsible for making a copy. The Taurus could be responsible of making a copy, or it's the what asks them to do it. It's the water sign energy, like the Pisces or whatever, that asks them to do it. You're in a situation, Two of Pentacles, you're in a situation where you're constantly asking for it. You're in a situation here where you're potentially going to end up constantly asking for it. Whatever it is that the Spirit said constantly. So whatever it is, it doesn't even only have to be like a W-2, whatever kind of paperwork, whatever, some type of paper, some type of like information of some kind. Whatever it is that you've been constantly asking for. It could even be a person. It could just even be a person. It could be a Taurus or a Capricorn looking for. It's them you're looking for. It's their paperwork. It's them you're looking for. And the Spirit also said it's their paperwork also. It could also be their paperwork. So I feel like this is a situation here where Two of Pentacles mind. The Two of Pentacles energy, you're looking for your W-2. You're looking for some type of information, but Taurus has it. So the Taurus has it, or the Capricorn, one of those elements, they both do, whichever, they have it. But the onlooker, the water sign energies, they're watching you. They're watching you on surveillance video. Ask the Taurus and or the Capricorn energy, where's my W-2? Where's my paperwork? Where's my file? Don't want to get. So they're asking for it. You're asking them for it. And water sign energies watching that conversation happen. One of those elements don't want to give, but don't see them looking also. So you don't see, for some reason you don't see the water sign energies looking like they're watching. They're watching. They're they're gathering information. They're watching. They're looking. They're gathering it for themselves. They're watching. They're looking. They're gathering information for themselves. Because I keep getting scared or nervous with the water sign. They don't. Something could be for them. Oh, I see what's happening here. Something, that's why I said earlier on the reading, something, a copy. Something could be for them. It's a copy of something. It's a copy. I also get ID. It's a copy of your ID. It's a copy of, it's a copy of your W-2. It's a copy, some type of file, whatever it is. It's social, whatever it's that they need. When I hit social, somebody needs that. The water sign energy needs that there. So what's happening, they're on the lookout. They're on the lookout, but caught also. So they're on the look out. They're either trying to protect the Taurus and or the Capricorn. They're trying to protect the Hierophant. Don't make something obvious. The water sign is trying to have a conversation with the Hierophant. The Taurus element is saying that don't make something obvious. When he or she comes through the door, when he hide the paper, when he or she comes through the door, hide the ID, hide the copy of the ID. That's why I said something is also electronic. So you could be going back into the workplace. Somebody's making copies. You're going back into the workplace and somebody's trying to clean up. You're coming back into the workplace. Somebody's trying to clean up that they made copies of whatever kind of information that you have. That's why they're looking at you like that. So when I said that could be why they're looking at you in a very interesting way. Is that something that you've done to Taurus / Capricorn? Is that something that you've done with them already? That could be something that you did with them before, and returning. I keep it returning favor. That's gonna be the heading of this reading. Somebody's trying to return a favor. You think somebody wants to return a favor because what you did. You think somebody wants to return some type of favor because of what you did to them, and that's why I said scared and nervous and being set up somewhere else so that somebody can help somebody else wean. This is like whatever it is that you did to somebody with their information in the past happening to you. It could also be happening to you. It's happening to you. Something about it is happening to you now. It's happening to you with water sign needs. It's happening to you, Taurus or Capricorn. It's their need because it once happened to them. That's why I said earlier on in the reading, it once happened to them. So somebody's trying to help someone else or vice versa to your return. Somebody's trying to help someone else out to your return, whatever it is, or your information, your ID, your social, whatever it is. But it kept happening to earth sign. So something about that, it kept happening to the earth sign. And you may be thinking that somebody wants revenge on you or somebody else in a business deal in the workplace. Or somebody that the Hierophant, someone that the Taurus / Capricorn energy is tied to, I wean off of. Someone that the Taurus / Capricorn energy, someone that they're tied to, you wean off of. But water sign's sick of that. So when I said that, the water sign energy is sick of that. Like the water sign energy is sick of that. The water sign energy is sick of that. So hence the reason for them. So hence the reason for them watching a conversation happening somewhere with your things. Or you're coming into the workplace. You're coming into the workplace asking for this, that, and the third. When I put this card, don't want to give. They don't want to give you what you're asking for. But the only reason why they don't. One reason is that they want to wean, or just a water sign energy does, or don't like what you did to someone. They also don't like if you did do something to somebody. They also don't like what you did to someone, or what somehow they know of something interesting, but somehow they know some type of interesting business deal that you're in with a Taurus / Capricorn energy partner. That's why they did something. That's also why they did something. If you do have that kind of situation, or they just want to wean, or they just want you distracted, or they don't want you in some type of situation here anymore also. Whatever it is. It's interesting. Or it's happening, or that's the interaction that you're the outside looking in that's happening between water sign energy and Taurus and Capricorn. This depends on what's going on. I felt an Aries element coming up here. It's Aries / but Taurus is tied to the Aries / Libra next to the Ace of Swords. The Taurus is tied to. The Taurus, and you yourself could be tied to the Aries / Libra-like element. It's an Empress, so it's a mom, it's somebody's mother, somebody's girlfriend, somebody's whatever it is. That's why the Empress energy is there. But they gave recommendations, so it could be your mother that did that. Your mother or a sister or the Taurus partner. That's why the Spirit also said the Taurus partner, Capricorn energy business partner, Capricorn energy business partner, or sibling or whatever it is. They're the ones that made the recommendation to you. They're the ones that made. Are you trying? Did you give this person a recommendation so I could win? You could have given the Empress. That's why the Ace of Swords is right next to the Empress energy. You could have also given the Empress energy a recommendation as well, but they don't see something. You're giving them a recommendation, but they also don't see something. Does the Taurus / Capricorn, do they not see? Do they not see? Did they miss, or did they not see a recommendation that, okay, did they miss, or did they miss, or do they not see some type of interaction that you have between you and a Libra, or between you and a Libra, or between you and an Aries element that they're tied to, or that's them, or that's that's you tied to this person giving recommendation. That's you tied to this person that you're giving them a recommendation, earth sign information. So when I said that they could be giving you earth sign energy information, they could be giving you Taurus / Capricorn information, or something, putting in recommendation. You just putting in they could be the ones putting in a recommendation for you. They could be the ones doing that, but wants to wean. So that they're doing that also, but they are the ones that also want to wean. So it's a Pisces. The Pisces could be showing up like that as well. It's a Pisces. It's an Aries, Libra. 3 women. The spirit said 3 women. There are 3 women here that they want to wean. There's 3 women here that want to wean. They want to wean, and they want to wean, or something's also going on here with you. Sorry, my throat is hurting me. Someone's also going on here with you, want to wean from them. They want to wean from you, but they want to wean from you, but you also want to wean from them. You also want to wean from them. This depends on what's going on. They're an accomplishment right next to the Ace of Swords energy. Before I go any further, this energy I keep getting tied to Taurus. This energy, the Aries, the Libra, one of those elements, or you yourself could be tied to these elements here, but one of these elements is tied to a Taurus. They're tied to them and user information. They're tied to the Taurus. And the Taurus either uses their information, or the Empress energy uses the Taurus information, or the Capricorn energy's information. This depends on what's going on there. So the Two of Pentacles energy, and you coming in, the Two of Pentacles energy, and you coming in and asking for information or sign information. The Two of Pentacles energy also is you coming in to ask for the earth sign energy's information, and you asking the Empress energy, asking them. The Empress energy also is you asking them for the earth sign energy's information, but don't know about a tactic, or you don't know about a conversation. Water sign C. That's why I said the water sign energy is behind the scenes watching those interactions happen. They're watching those They're watching you come into the workplace. They're watching you come into the workplace, having conversation with Taurus / Capricorn. They're watching you about they're coming into the workplace. You're coming into the workplace, asking them for your own information. Partner has it. So when I said you're coming in asking for your own information, but the spirit said that the Capricorn / Taurus, their partner, not only them, but their partner has it, and their partner is the Aries / Libra element. Or you're coming into the workplace, took them up on a recommendation. You're coming into the workplace, whatever environment this is. You took up the Libra / Aries element. That they're either singular, or they're tied. They could be singular or tied to the Taurus / Capricorn energy. They stole. When I said that, they stole something from that person, and you're coming in asking for earth sign information. That's what I'm trying to get to. You're coming in and you're asking them for whatever it is that they took from their own partner, or their own friend, their own business partner, whatever it is, their own colleague, whatever it is that the Empress energy took from the Taurus / Capricorn. I'm asking for whatever it is that they took from the Taurus / Capricorn. You're asking the Empress energy for. That's why the Two of Pentacles, water sign, observing all those conversations. The water sign is observing those conversations happening. So it's either happening with your stuff. It's one situation is that it's happening with your stuff between Taurus, between Capricorn, between Aries, between Libra. It's dispersed. When I write through all of them, either their information is dispersed. I mean everybody. Yeah, I would think so. Or it's dispersed, like your stuff amongst them. Your stuff, something about your things is being dispersed amongst them. and watching that happen. The water sign energy is watching that happen. The water sign energy is watching, or something's going on with you benefiting, and the earth sign energy is asking for that, and you already had their partner. You already had a conversation with their partner. You had a conversation with their partner. Make copies. Their partner is asking you to make copies, or someone's going this partner, whatever kind of partner. Their partners asking you to make copies of this, that, and the third for me to have. And the water sign disgusted. The water sign energy is disgusted there. So it's either you are, or either one situation here, you yourself singular are in observance. You yourself singular in the water sign. I'll go with you first. You yourself singular are observing earth sign energy. You yourself singular, you're observing earth sign energies, information, whatever it is being dispersed, but it's being dispersed. It's being dispersed around. It's being dispersed between. It's being dispersed between the Empress, and they kept asking for it. It's being dispersed to the Empress energy. They kept asking for it. That's one situation. Then something's going on here with the water sign energies. But something because you watched, if you did or you did not, because you watched that interaction happen. You may not have said anything, you did or you did not, whatever it is. If you watch that interaction happen, something that you're asking for, the water sign took. Something that you're asking for now, the water sign energy took. Or you asked the Empress energy for the earth sign energy information, vice versa. And the water sign energy is annoyed by that situation. They're annoyed. They're annoyed and wean. That they're annoyed by something that you're doing there. And that's why they're trying to wean. That's why they're trying to wean. The weaning is coming from the Empress. Why do they need? The weaning is also coming from the Empress energy. Why does a Libra need something? Why does an Aries need something? Why do they need the spirits? Why do they need? Why do they need your things? Why they hooked up by Taurus? They're also hooked up by a Taurus to do something. Why do they need your things? But you come into a workplace, why does she have? You're coming into the workplace, why does a Libra/Aries have my stuff? Whatever it is that they have, I don't know. Tax paper, W-2, some type of thing of information. The Nine of Wands energy is in the is next to the spiritual self. So the only fire sign energy that's here so far would be I see Sag here as well. The Nine of Wands energy is connected to Aries, and I see a Sagittarian energy is coming through here, but they're going to have to defend themselves. So the Aries/Libra, the Taurus, all of them, all of these elements are going to have to defend themselves, or it's in your spiritual self. So you yourself may need to get up on the podium, and why you need something. You yourself also need to get up on the podium and you need to get up on the podium and explain also why you need something. Or it's the Aries/Libra, Taurus, whoever here. There's a lot of culprits here, and however you want to look at culprit, good or bad culprit, Suing. I was also getting suing. I think Earth sign wants to do that. So the Two of Cups with the Nine of Wands, you think somebody that's tied to the Earth sign or the Earth sign energy, you're thinking that they're gonna want to sue. So however you want to look at sue, or that's a major, that will be considered major. You do sue or blame or slap, whatever it is, the energy that's coming through, that somebody's going to realize something and go off on somebody here for some reason, or that could be your Aries. That could be the energy towards an Aries element. You're thinking that that's going to happen to them. You're thinking that you want to do that, whatever it is, or whatever, or the Taurus energy and Capricorn and Pisces, whatever it is, onlookers. When I ran through them, they're some type of onlooker, or they're just aware of something, or they're onlookers of some type of situation that you have going on here. Nine of Wands, I need to defend. Nine of Wands, I need to defend. The I need to defend could be, you may need to get up on the podium for Aries. That could be you may want to defend them, or Libra, whatever. You may want to, I'll go with them first. You may want to defend the Aries element. But you also don't understand why they need something. You also don't understand why they need what they need. Whatever it is. Or that's a question, that could also be the question of water sign. That's what the water sign energy observe. That's a question that the water sign energy but don't like Aries also. That's a question that the water sign energy observed. They also don't like an Aries. One, the water sign energies really don't, deep down inside, they don't like what earth sign information. They don't like what they're doing with Taurus slash Capricorn information. Yours. I mean, if I feel like if it's your, they wean. They keep telling me that. I feel like if it's yours, the water sign energies wean. If it's yours, I mean, they may somebody that the water sign energies deal with, that somebody like the Aries element, whatever. Somebody the water sign energies, they may wean off of Aries, but they don't see that. The water sign energies may wean off of Aries, but the Aries doesn't see that. The Aries female doesn't see that. The Libra female doesn't see that. Whatever. That somebody doesn't see that for some reason. Or the Taurus slash Capricorn doesn't see that about Libra and Aries. You know, I feel like the Empress kept coming up to workplace. I feel like the Empress energy took a visit to your workplace. They took a visit to your workplace or to your firm, to your office. They took a Earth sign. They took a visit to the Earth sign energy workplace and had an interaction with the water sign. Or they took a visit to wherever it is that you are and had a conversation with the water sign about your things, about weaning, about using, about your file, about tax, with W-2, copy. Somebody doesn't want to see someone else making copies of their things. Whatever. That's you, or that's the water sign energy. That could also be a diversion of the Taurus slash Capricorn with their own stuff. Somebody doesn't want them to see that somebody came and asked for copies of their things, but I'm in fault. So when I said I'm in fault for that, you could be in fault, and that's why water sign energy discussed it. That's why water sign energy weeding off of something that you have going on because you didn't say anything when the Empress energy came in and asked for something that belongs to one earth sign. Very interesting. Wow. Oh my God, it's craziness. The Gemini energy is here in your mentality. So the Gemini energy pretty much resides with, you may work with them, or you may be working with them, or you work with Ace of Swords, Seven of Swords, their recommendation also. It's something's going on with a Gemini energy's recommendation. I understand. Something's going on here. I understand. I'm starting to understand why so many people are coming in with recommendations out of nowhere, because the way you handle, okay, it's interesting. There's multiple people that are coming in here with recommendations, not seeing. The spirit is trying to help you out here. You're not seeing. One reason for this also is that there's multiple people coming in here with recommendations, but you're not seeing why. Okay, you're not seeing why, if it's happening or not happening, whatever, some type of recommendation. You're not understanding, or you're not seeing why people are coming in with that. But it's the way you handle somebody's information. That's what I'm trying to get to. It's the way, however you want to look at information. I always forget to go both ways. Information doesn't have to be paper information. Information could just be information about somebody. You know what I mean? Information about someone, how information is being handled, how I handle it. How you handle information about certain people, how you move with people. Somebody wants you distracted. So when I said somebody wants you distracted, so I'm gonna say jealousy. I'm gonna say Gemini, but I picked up this card and I also got this feeling of jealousy. Somebody is the Gemini jealous of you. Whatever. The Gemini energy could be, are you jealous? Are you envious of them? Are you jealous of them? You know, are you jealous of somebody here? I don't know. Is somebody, the way something is happening to you, somebody jealous or envious of you? Whatever. Somebody could be. I mean, but I wanted to get back to, I don't know, the spirit just shot that out at me really quickly, but I wanted to get back to the reason why you're receiving recommendations from all areas of the planet is because it's because of the way you handle information, coworker, the way you handle information about certain coworkers, the way you handle them, period, as people, the way you handle their things. But Gemini can't stand. So when I hit that, the Gemini energy can't stand something there. The Gemini can't stand something. The water sign can't stop. They're tired of looking at something all the time. Whatever it is happening with the water sign. That's why the Nine of Wands energy is there. Why are you standing there? Nine of Wands next to the water sign. Why are you standing there looking like that? You don't know why they're watching you. They're standing somewhere eyeballing your interactions with people. Somebody may not like somebody. From the very beginning, the reason recommendations, a different office, a different move somewhere different, whatever it is. Go take up the recommendation to go interview with this person out of state in another country. I keep getting not using intuition. Somebody's trying to get you diverged majorly like that because of taxes. Or some type of the way you handle something, whatever it is. It could just be the way you handle your etiquette. Also, it has something to do with etiquette. The way you handle people in a workplace or business deal or home environment. This could be happening in a home environment. So it's either like things, information, paperwork, or people, whatever it is. So it could be one situation here is that either somebody, I was getting jealousy. One situation here is either somebody's jealous of you or envious of you. That's one situation, or somebody made it, or somebody just doesn't like. I don't feel like. Oh my god. Sorry, someone fell off my table. I don't feel like what do you call it? I don't feel like anybody what do you call it? I don't feel like anybody doesn't like you, like majorly doesn't like you. I just feel like information being used. I just feel like that it's just the information being used. That's one situation. I just feel like it has something to do with information being used. And it has something to do with that's I feel like that's from the beginning with the distraction or they don't like how earth sign. They don't like how you handle an earth sign or how you handle earth sign information or information about earth sign. Vice versa. Whatever it is. The changing position has the Temperance card, sign of Sag. But something's going on with the Sagittarian energy in the changing position, but no help also. So the Sag may not be any help to you. You may have looked to them to be a savior or to be help. That's why the Nine of Wands is here. But watch something happen also. The Sag may have watched something happen also. They could have watched something. They could have observed something. They could have watched something happen also. Whatever it is, they could have watched something happen. For a while, between Taurus and Capricorn, or something that you were doing, they saw. Something that you were doing with them, they saw. Something that you were doing with them, they saw. But I keep looking at the Lover's card, jealousy. If it's not only Gemini, they're not coming through heavily for some reason. I just feel like it could just be a partnership that you have with one of these elements. And it's the way you're moving with them. Something implies envy and jealousy. The way they're moving with you, something implies envy and jealousy. It's Two of Pentacles, so it resides with Earth sign. And somebody could be jealous or envious of them. The Capricorn, the Taurus, but gets favoritism. So somebody could be jealous or envious of them. They get favoritism. And them getting favoritism on some level, I can't stand. Them receiving some type of favoritism, you can't stand. And that could be where the water sign energy observe the way you handle them or their stuff or their information or something that they need, they're asking for. I can't stand. Something that they need, they're asking for. You can't stand. Whatever it is. Or something about them you don't like. Something about them you don't like. Vice versa. Whatever it is. But it has to do with favoritism and Sag and Aries and their and Earth sign and the Aries needing something that belong. The Aries / Libra needing the Taurus / Capricorn stuff. Somebody came up to somebody's workplace asking for paperwork. Somebody, whatever it is, or the water sign energy observes the water sign. They're like bystanders. They're just watching. But the bystander also benefits. The bystanders with an S also benefit. The Four of Wands energy, but however you want to look at benefit like using information, benefit like just gaining information and knowledge about a particular person, and they want to know whatever. The Four of Wands in the resolution going towards the Magician card. So the Four of Wands energy is in the resolution, workplace, it's home, whatever it is. But I made a mistake. So when I said workplace or home, I made a mistake. I don't know. You made a mistake moving somewhere. You made a mistake leaving. You made whatever it is. The spirit said you made a mistake. Some type of mistake. I mean, if it's workplace, you made a mistake with some type of treatment. You made a mistake, or somebody made a fire sign. The fire sign energies, they made a mistake with you. I don't know. Somebody made a mistake for some reason with treatment and information and details and whatever it is going towards the magician card. But try to fix. So if you made some type of mistake, you may be trying to fix it. You're trying to fix it, but somebody still doesn't believe you. So someone that you're trying to fix, the water sign energy may not be believing you with whatever it is that you did here. If you did do something to earth sign, their things, you're thinking revenge. You're thinking somebody wants revenge. You're thinking that one situation you think somebody wants revenge because of, for some reason you have this deep thought in your head. But you're thinking that somebody wants revenge, but the way they want revenge is by diverging you. You're not using your intuition into why they're trying to keep you diverge. You should work here at my friend's real estate company, my friend's real estate agency, my friend's real estate or law firm. But the reason why somebody wants our bank, whatever, Chase, whatever, this branch in another state, the reason why somebody wants that to happen, one is that they want to stop doing something. One, they want to wean. The other, they want you to stop doing something. Whatever it is that you're doing, they want you to stop doing something. Whatever it is. Or somebody wants earth sign energy to stop doing. I don't feel that. I feel like it's something. Whatever. It's something that your interaction. It also has something to do with an interaction that someone wants you to stop having. It could be an interaction that you. It could also be an interaction earth sign. It could be an interaction that you're having with earth sign that somebody wants you to stop having for some reason. And it could be a Libra and an Aries, but they're jealous. So when I said they're jealous of an interaction or a bond that you have with earth sign, they're jealous of. And something that they need that belongs to earth sign energy, they may ask you for. And I see what's going on here. Someone may constantly feel comfortable with interacting with you like that. That's why they want you out of the environment. Somebody feels comfortable with interacting with you like that in some type of environment. That's why they want you diverged. That's why they want you somewhere else. But it has something to do with giving certain people leeway, not giving them leeway, treatment, etiquette, whatever it is, or it's just information. Or it's their information that you need. It's their information that you need, vice versa. Or Capricorn, Taurus, whatever. It's their information they want. Somebody's on the outside looking that you're giving it to them. You're not supposed to. So somebody wants that to stop. So how to get you to go to look somewhere else. So you got recommendations. Use your intuition about recommendations coming at different directions, and that could either be a thought for you, or that could also be a thought for either the Empress. Somebody may want them out, the Empress, or the Hierophant energies. The water sign energy, bystander, they're onlookers. Very interesting. It's a lot of information. It's a lot. It's very broad. I mean, broad. There's a lot of detail. I mean, this interpretation could go on for hours. So. I'm just gonna run through it one more time before I go any further, and it's one situation is the spirits tell me somebody wants taxes. I'm trying to go through the bullet list here. Somebody wants your taxes. Somebody wants your W-2s. But another situation here is that somebody's been observing treatment. Somebody's been observing some type of interesting treatment that you've been giving someone, vice versa. So that's also where diversions are coming from. Somebody's coming into the workplace asking for earth sign energy things, and they notice that you just give. Somebody may notice that you just give somebody information willy-nilly to someone else, somebody's business partner that they may not necessarily want that information, and they're trying to tell you, go work there, go upstairs, go downstairs, go work in another location. They want you to stop having that Aries. They want you to stop having that kind of interaction with Aries or the Empress energy. The Empress energy. They can't stand some type of bond that you have with the Earth sign for some reason. They don't want their information. The Empress energy wants the Earth sign information, but they're also jealous of a bond that you have with the Earth sign. Whatever it is. Are you jealous? I mean, I don't know. Not jealous, but do you have some type of feeling of envy? I always have to go both ways. They're broad. Somebody, some type of feeling of envy that somebody may have here. It could be the water sign. It could be the water sign interaction. The water sign may observe some type of interaction someone that they like. They're watching you have some type of interesting interaction also with someone that they like. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. They like someone. They like Taurus and Capricorn. And they're watching you have that kind of interaction. That's why the lovers is in the mentality, but jealousy. Lovers in the mentality. Gemini could be jealous, whatever, or it could be a jealous Gemini, or it's watching something happen here, or it's what do you call it? Gemini, or it's a partnership with Capricorn. It's a partnership you have with Capricorn and Taurus, or Aries and Libra, or you, whatever it is. A partnership is an external partnership that these elements have amongst themselves, that water sign energies that what can't stand. Water sign energies also can't stand that. Whatever it is that's happening external with that. So that you either could be diverged, or somebody's using you like a diversion. Somebody could be using you subconsciously as a diversion. And it could be the Empress energy on Taurus and Capricorn. It's for information. Paper information, document information. Information about someone. But someone's becoming, by their own hookup. Somebody's becoming jealous or envious by their own hookup that they've created. Whatever it is, doesn't make any sense. Alright, let's look for our outcome here. So someone could be giving you a recommendation, but envious. Somebody's giving you some type of recommendation, but the undertone of the recommendation is envy. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's the undertone of it is envy. The undertone of it is because they want to wean. Like somebody's giving you recommendations, but they want you out of a particular environment. But one reason for it is that they want your stuff, or they want your paperwork, but they're giving recommendations to be somewhere else. But wherever you go, you excel. Wherever you go, you're still going to excel. Whether you go farther away from someone that they don't want to see you with, whether you go farther away, they're still excelling. Whether somebody wanting you distracted, you're still going to go somewhere. You're not realizing the tactic, but you're still going to go somewhere they're still going to be annoyed. You're still going to go somewhere. Somebody's still going to be annoyed. Or it's happened. That's still something that's going on with the Earth sign. That's what they complain about. So if it's the Earth sign, that's what someone subconsciously complains about all the time. It don't make any sense. All right, the Ace, it has to do with a new job. I mean, pretty much. This has to do with a new business deal. It has to do with a new job, environment, or just going to a new one. But you're not realizing why I keep getting a recommendation. You're not realizing why someone even gave you a recommendation for a new job. Whatever. You may still have however many jobs you have. You may still have the one job that you have, but you may be adding on. But undertone of envy. You're adding on one, but there's an undertone of envy with that. And I see what's happening here. The undertone with envy with that, someone's trying to wean. The undertone of envy with it is that somebody's trying to wean. So somebody could be this could be a new job. This could be a new job that you're going into. Also, where a coworker is, that's why I said a recommendation. It could be a recommendation. Yes, you could have found a job on your own, but I feel heavily as through a recommendation. But they're trying to have you, that happened to Taurus. When I said that also happened to a Taurus or a Capricorn. But it's the idea of it is to disperse paperwork. The idea of it is to disperse paperwork amongst what's that word? Amongst what do you call that? Amongst like people, affiliates that are closely related here for some reason. It's interesting. But you're still going to excel whether the undertone of the recommendation is envy or not. Whatever it is. Like this is like working one job. And somebody comes in, they're working one job, but whatever it is you're doing in the job, this working one job, but somebody's trying to come in with a new one, but it's a recommendation, but they want to disperse information, but the undertone of it is envy. They want to keep doing. They also want to keep doing that. Someone wants to keep your information in different locations, whatever it is. Somebody wants to disperse that. Or that's something that happened constantly. I'm looking at Taurus / Capricorn. That's something that happens to them constantly. But the undertone of it is envy with them. It's envy with them. You with them? Envy. They by themselves? Envy. You by yourself? Envy. Somebody's taking a recommendation and they're finding out whatever it is. Wow. All right, Aquarius. Let me know how it resonates. Be well. Take care. Bye.